Adultery. We're looking at another challenging teaching from Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount, adultery. Now, Jesus doesn't just talk about the outward act of adultery. He goes straight to the heart, challenging us to think deeply about purity and integrity in our thoughts and desires. In Matthew 5:27-30, Jesus takes the commandment, "You shall not commit adultery," and expands it in a way that shifts our focus inward. Let's unpack his words and connect them with other New Testament teachings on purity and the importance of guarding our hearts. Jesus starts by saying, "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall not commit adultery.'" Matthew 5:27. This commandment from the Old Testament was well known. It condemned the act of marital unfaithfulness. But Jesus goes deeper than the outward act. Then he says something radical. "But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Matthew 5:28. Jesus is saying that adultery isn't just about actions, it's about intentions and thoughts. He's challenging us to see that true faithfulness isn't just about staying away from sinful acts, but avoiding sinful desires. Our thoughts and desires are important to God, and Jesus calls us to honor Him even in the privacy of our hearts. In 1 Corinthians 6:18-20, "Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies." Paul urges believers to reminding us that our bodies and hearts belong to God. We honor Him not only by our actions, but by keeping our hearts and minds pure. Jesus continues with some intense imagery. "If your right eye causes you to stumble, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. And if your right hand causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to go into hell." Matthew 5:29-30. Now, Jesus isn't suggesting self-harm. Instead, He's using this powerful language to show just how seriously we should treat sin. If something in our lives is leading us into temptation, we need to take drastic action to remove it. Purity is worth making sacrifice for. In Colossians 3:5, "Put to death, therefore, whatever belongs to your earthly nature: sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed, which is idolatry." Paul advises us to put to death anything that belongs to our earthly nature, including lust and impurity. Jesus is calling us to do whatever it takes to guard our hearts and live in a way that honors God. This teaching challenges us to see purity as a matter of the heart, not just outward actions. Jesus wants us to pursue integrity and faithfulness in every part of our lives, including our thoughts. In Philippians 4:8, Paul encourages us to fill our minds with things that are pure and honorable. By focusing on what's good, we can resist the thoughts that pull us away from God's love and purity. So, what does this mean for us today? Jesus calls us to more than just avoiding outward sin. He's inviting us into a life of integrity, to honor Him in our thoughts, our desires, and our actions. It's a challenging call, but remember, God's grace is with us, and He's always ready to help us live in purity.